Yes, a very good evening to you tuned into UBC TV. We thank you so much for following all our work, news, programs, and everything. I warmly welcome you to this week's edition of One-on-One with Michael Jordan Lukomwa. Like I said, it is World Cup that took us into a break as one-on-one, but the way we are coming back, it is with a bang. We are going to have all those discussions, all those topics that you really feel you have questions for the people in charge or responsible to answer. Now, we have all heard about the Patriotic League of Uganda. We have even met the members and what they say we have, but we have not probably gotten a collective moment to get to understand them better. What are they up to? How far have they gone? Whatever they do, what is the target? We have an opportunity to talk to them. We had news of recent that they even have a new General Secretary, and want to know how is he running the day-to-day administration of the entity and all that. So this evening, we have a chance to talk to the, may I say new, but he's still the General Secretary of the Patriotic League of Uganda. That is the Honorable Fadil Twaha. He's also a member of Parliament of Tingei County. Honorable, we have a very big pleasure to talk to you as UBC TV and especially this program. You're most welcome.
Thank you, Michael.
Let us give them a chance, the people of Tingei.
Yeah.
How is Tingei County? What economic activities? What are the people like?
Tingei is good. People of Tingei are very hardworking people.
Yes.
We do, actually, Sebei sub-region generally is one of the most productive sub-region as far as produce is concerned in Uganda.
Yes.
When you talk about food basket in this country, and you don't talk about Sebei, it means you've never traversed the whole country.
You're not informed about Uganda properly. Okay.
Because we have everything in Sebei.
Okay.
We are producers of maize, we do coffee, we do carrots, we do cabbage, everything. Actually, is when we talk about part of Africa, it is where it lies. We have serious volcanic soils from Mount Elgon.
You are a new man in the office, in as far as PLU is concerned. Not a member, but as the Secretary General or General Secretary of the entity. How are you as an entity? How are you operating? How are you faring as the PLU?
Yeah, for us, we are pushing forward.
Yes.
As PLU, our agenda is PLU first is a civic organization, limited by guarantee.
Okay.
We are a non-profit making company. I once thank my chairman, General Mozika Inirugaba, who came up with an idea of forming Patriotic League of Uganda. It's just a unifying factor now.
Okay.
It's trying to unite Uganda. We have we receive here people from different political shades and even opinion leaders from different parts of the country, and they discuss. And they have liked our ideas of patriotism, uniting Uganda, building national unity, and maintaining what we have and what President Museveni has ushered in for the last 39 years as we speak now.
Okay.
You see, when I meet our people here, I always tell them that it's very important for us to know as Ugandans where we came from, where we are, and where we are going. What do I mean? Can we talk about Uganda before President Museveni? Let's talk about Uganda at the time of President Museveni. And then, what if he says, okay, you people, for what I've offered Uganda, it is enough. What is our plan? So he was a generational leader of his time. It's also high time for us to think about generational leader of our time. Me and you. Because it is very important. Leadership ushers in a lot of things.
Okay.
When we talk about peace, stability in this country, it was ushered by President Museveni. We can talk about the presidents who have led this country from Edward Mutesa too. What was his leadership? Come to Obote, what was his leadership? Come to Amin, what was his leadership? Because Amin was our third president. Yusuf Lure was our first president. You come to Bunaisa was our fifth. You talk about all these people, Paul Mwanga. come to Tito Okello. Then again, I think Obote there. And then before, after Mwanga, I think Obote came.
Yes.
And then later, Tito Okello, and then President Museveni. What was there? There was a lot of fights, rampant killings. In terms of administration,
how are you running? What is the running like of the entity?
For us, we are just trying to, you see, there is a breach between the population and the government.
Yes.
So PLU has come in to cover that gap. When we talk about government programs, you find that some people are not informed. So for us, we have come in to do sensitization. One, tell them that when government talk about PDM, when government talk about Emioga, talk about YLP, these programs are there. But what is a role of a local Ugandan, that vulnerable person of this country?
Okay.
What is their role? How do they benefit from this? Because we have seen some people go to radios, they come to TVs, and they talk about these government programs badly. They say, what can 1 million do? And yet I and you know that 1 million shilling can run as capital for a vulnerable Ugandan, because we have seen women who has capital of 200,000, 300,000, but they are running their families, they are paying rent, they are paying fees, and they are even there in Chukubo. You find people who say, tell me, what is the cost of dodo? The one we always see in Akasero, you see in Owino, what's the cost of dodo? If you buy dodo here and sell it, and here in Kampala, dodo is very expensive. But when you go to villages, very cheap. And if you put transport, it is even transport to bring dodo from the village is still very cheap. You can bring a bag of dodo here at less than 10,000.
Okay.
And you can buy it in the village again less than 50,000. So why would other people think 1 million cannot do for our people? So we want to bridge that gap. We want to make sure people are interact with, because even when you find these local Ugandans, they think offices or government departments are not even reachable. But we want to tell them that we can lead them there.
How spread are you as an entity, PLU, if you are to help reach every Ugandan taking that message?
I want to tell you that we are everywhere in this country as PLU.
Show me statistics.
I want to tell you.
Yes.
If I wake up early in the morning and I say I want to be in Fort Portal, it doesn't take me even a day to gather a population of not less than 200,000 people there who are well-wishers.
Subscribers to PLU.
Subscribers.
Okay.
And you've seen I'm always sorting cases here. People trying to fight with leadership. You find that when I come, like for us, I have been handling people from Kayunga yesterday. 2 groups. They came here and they said, you see, they had already appointed structures at regional level.
Yes.
Our chairman, General Mose, had appointed structures at regional level, where he appointed Honorable Luanga from Bukwe as the overall coordinator for Greater Mukono.
Yes.
But you've seen in Kayunga, there were people who wanted leadership at district level. You find this one saying, you see, for us, we have opened an office. You find 2, 3 offices open in a district. What does that mean? It means people have love. People have interest. And all cases that have been sorting out here are related to
people scrambling to be part of
PLU. So I want to tell you, we are many.
What are your strategies of mobilization, both in terms of attracting subscribers and driving the agenda of promoting government programs, as you said?
Like we have volunteers. We have volunteers who have seen that our message is good and they want the same message to reach to the local people.
Okay.
We are organizing barazas, and it is voluntary barazas. People have come out to fund these barazas from Chengegwa, outside Chengegwa, You're getting? They have said that that baraza has to take place. So when we go there, we shall listen from the population. What is the gap? And then we decide to fill the, we also approach the government.
Honorable, you say you give a hand, you help to support the gap between the ordinary Ugandan, myself,
Yes.
and government in terms of its programs. The government has the public servant, right from the permanent secretary in every ministries, the cow, the what, Gombola chief, up to the parish chief. The government has, being actually the party in power, it has the majority of the leaders at all levels, national parliament, da, 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 da. How do you come in as PLU? Aren't you contradicting with these teams? Are you working together with them? And in the two lines, how are you balancing that?
For us, before we go there, we shall write to them. And do you know Article 1 of the Constitution? What does it say?
Power belongs to the people.
If power belongs to the people, who are the people? We are concerned citizens. Nobody will stop us from doing that. We shall put government in a check. And nobody will stop that one. Not by force, by the Constitution. It is good for local Ugandans to. Do you know that everything that happens in this country, people, they put it in the leadership? They say President Museveni has failed here. Yet, the man has worked. Let me tell you. We want to expose who is sitting on this. Are you sure that, are you aware that we have roads and agriculture cluster development plan before? That was funded by Ministry of Agriculture. We have oil seed roads, Ministry of Local Government. We have the 1 billion that goes for roads in every district of this country. Do you know that there is road fund? Do you know that there are also roads funded on force account in Ministry of Works? But when you go on ground, you don't see this.
What goes wrong?
It's big corruption. Corruption. But at the district, are you aware that we have the RDC, who is head of security?
Yes.
With deputy RDC, with 2 assistant RDCs. We have a DISO with deputy DISO, with other staffs. And when you follow that line,
do all of those people
know that,
connive to eat money for the roads?
Do you know that we have GISOs?
Yes.
We have PISOs.
Do all of those connive with the RDC? The
That's
GISO,
what
the
we
PISO,
want.
the
That's
what?
what we want to find out. Why do we cry about corruption and yet we have these people on ground? Why?
How different, or what is the relationship between the PLU and the NRM? The
For us, like I've told you, we are a civic organization. We have our agreement of we work together
with the NRM.
With the NRM.
Yes.
That's why we are saying, why would few people think NRM bad? And yet the revolution, the children of NRM are there seeing. So we said, we can't see this happening. You remember Martin Luther King in one of his quotes said, the world will continue to suffer, not because of the violence of bad people, but because of the silence of good people.
So are you working with the NRM, or you are taking your own path in the agendas that you have, in as far as in checking the roads, corruption and that?
We have to Kopamoja arrangement on elections.
Yes.
But on concerned citizens, the concern of the citizens of this country, we won't move alone. Because for us, ours is the population.
Because, Honorable, I'm asking that. You are an MP on the NRM ticket.
Yes.
The first term and this one.
Yes. But I'm a Ugandan.
Of course, you can't be you can't be a parliamentarian in Uganda when you're a Congolese. You are an NRM MP. If we are to take on the RDC in Kapchora for the bad roads there, can we forgive the MPs?
What's the role of an MP?
To pass the budget?
Do oversight?
Exactly. Do oversight as well. After passing the budget in Parliament, we expect you to go back to our villages and see where the money you sent has gone.
When I saw in an oath of allegiance, I saw it as a member of parliament.
Yes.
For Uganda. Huh?
Yes.
So what is the problem for me when I go for oversight role anywhere?
No. What I'm asking is here, I'm not blaming you for going for oversight. Are you not part of the blame as an MP for the roads that we have in the villages that are not good?
Why do you blame an MP? Why do you blame an MP?
He has a role to do oversight.
Yes, but for us, we go in for oversight. Even when we open these roads, actually, we are even members of the district, of the district roads committee.
Yes.
You go there, appropriate money, you're getting? When you appropriate money, you're getting? Say, okay, this is for road A. They will say, yes, we are you even go and launch. They start grading. They can grade that road very well. And then when you follow up, they tell you, you see, we're caught up by rain. They bring technicalities. I'm not technical.
Yes.
I'm political. You bring technicalities, you tell us, you know what?
They give you all the answers.
You see, there was this problem. And then you see, you know, at the end of everything, they say money has gone back to consolidated funds.
At the end of the financial year.
At the end of financial year. But then you find out that some people, they sign certificate of completion before everything is done. When we have lobbed money, it has reached at the district. What is the role of all these other people have counted for you? They are also part, because they also see when we say this road A needs this. Don't you think that they know that after road is graded, they need to be put maram?
So this is how you come in as PLU.
They have put you at the district to do. Okay, let me tell you what is the role of another DC at the district.
To monitor government programs, head security.
Then why do you want to say member of parliament should be blamed for that after lobbying? Even he has come to launch, where all district stakeholders, security.
So we exonerate MPs about the drama in the district?
Absolutely.
Okay. So is this how you come in as PLU?
Yes.
To close this gap?
To close the gap, because we want what is meant for Ugandans. Let me tell you, Uganda will be very far under President Museveni. He has a strategic plan. If we follow what he tells us always, Uganda will operate at that economy of $500 billion economy. Always, you see, when you're doing good things, people want to blame you. Do you remember when President Museveni introduced privatization? What do people say? They said, these people, they came from the bush, they want to take all the property. And yet, you see, what was their corporation doing? Uganda Airlines. Okay, like even when we brought Uganda Airlines back, we have been running as government. You had losses. They report losses only. Today there is this. Today there is this. But then when privatization was introduced by President Museveni, it attracted very many investors in this country.
So, Honorable, what plans do you come in with as PLU?
But do we believe that corruption is one of the threats in this country? Me and you first here. Do you believe that?
Of course I believe. But how are you sorting it? That's what I want to know.
Collective efforts. We can't do it alone. We want to do it together.
Because why I'm asking that, I want to conclude the other question, your relationship with the NRM. Yes, we formally know there is tuko pamoja between you and the NRM. I've talked to the Secretary General there, and he said we are working with the PLU.
Yes.
But in your workings, you told me yourself here that we are not going to look at anyone making mistakes.
That is it.
We are going to check government.
Because
so
now,
are you doing it
our agenda here is,
or you're working with them?
We are saying we want first to implement Article 1. Where every Ugandan should come out and say no to things that are going wrong.
But Article 1 says you shall exercise that right through elections.
You see that election, when we elect you.
If you are in Tingei, vote for Fadil to be your MP, so he does whatever you expect.
But then you see, when you say
how do you come in as PLU?
You see, when you say that power belongs to the people, who are the people? Me, I've asked you, who are the people?
The 45 million Ugandans.
Yeah, then now when I am saying
they have voted for 500 MPs, you inclusive. How many mayors? Thousands.
So do you want to say that after voting, their power remains there? You should vote me, and then you say now power has ended there because you voted a representative. So you shouldn't do anything as a Ugandan. What is patriotism?
I'm going to ask you. You are the administrator of the Patriotic League.
Love your country. So if you say you love your country, do you just say you just need to love by word? Love by implementation.
So how are you involving Ugandans in your works?
Now, when we visit, like for us, I've told you, we want to sensitize them.
Yes.
First of all, to be very active in government programs. Let them not to ignore and let these people, this taking. Do you know how they are trained? Even in PDM, when that time reaches, they do just in a way that, you see, when something is done in the way that it doesn't, they don't want you to get attracted. Yeah? They bring it as if it is just a mild thing, as if it is wastage of time. Everybody even will think, why, instead of going to listen to these people, why don't I go and check on my farm? Why don't I go and do this? One tell them, no, get interested in this. And even, you see, you find like corruption, you report. Tell us, you know what? You see, for us here, this road was just graded. There was no maram. They didn't put maram. And these people have gone away. We shall call them.
You, PLU, what capacity do you have to go ahead of government that has all these structures to ensure that you fight this
But now,
problem?
when we have structures and we don't see them functioning, we want to show
Government
them
has bigger ones.
government has bigger ones. We want to show them that for us, we can do this freely. You see, others are being paid to do this. But for us, we want to do it freely. So that we wake up these other ones who wants to work when they are being paid. They want to work for a pay. So you see, if you're there, if you're one of them, that you've been put to fight anti-corruption, and you're not doing it, for us, we now want to tell you that the corrupt are here. So we want very many of them. Those we feel there is something wrong here, let them report.
Honorable, let's take a short break.
Do you hear it? Do you see it?
In Uganda, Tanzania.
That's the sound of business in a developing economy.
For UBC News,
Charlotte Amuge in Kampala.
Catch the weekly business roundup every Saturday at 8:30 p.m. only on UBC TV, inspiring Uganda.
In a nation hungry for truth, a world where every story matters, there exists a beacon of trust and reliability. For decades, they've been our voice and our window to the world, holding the mirror of our history. With 4 TV stations and 11 radio channels spanning 27 languages, they stand as guardians of information, defenders of truth. With Mascari Heritage Advantage, they uphold every citizen's right to reliable and free information. Their archive stories shaped our past and illuminate our present. Yet now, as new challenges arise and the world evolves, their mission faces its greatest test yet. Be part of our journey and let's navigate the unknown, uncover the untold, and safeguard our future together. Tune into your public broadcaster, for it is the intersection of trust and truth. Because to UBC, your story, every story, and every voice matters. UBC, inspiring Uganda.
One-on-one with Michael Jordan Lukomwa, we are talking to the Honorable Fadil Twaha, the General Secretary of the Patriotic League of Uganda, here at their offices. Honorable, welcome back from the break.
Thank you.
Corruption in Uganda is not a new word. It has almost become part of us. What do you think explains the persistence of corruption in this country? The president has talked about it. He has said, I have thieves. Parliament has talked about it. Parliament has been a victim, not even a victim, but Parliament has been pointed at as perpetrators. I'm pointing this side not to point at you. You see, everyone is talking about corruption as one of the problems, big ones that we have in the country. Why do you think corruption has been persistent in Uganda?
It's persistent because people are not practicing what they talked about. What they talk about.
Who exactly?
When you go to other government, people who are anti-corruption, we can say we are anti-corruption. We can talk today and we don't practice it. When we say we want to get rid of corruption, we should practice it.
Say and act.
Say and act. When we say we want to get rid of it, say and act, and that's what we are doing. For us now, we want sensitized Ugandans to know that when we say we don't want corruption, we mean it. You have seen our chairman is an anti-corruption crusader. He doesn't fear you, he will come for you.
Are you telling me that government, since 1986, has only talked and not acted about corruption?
Government has been so lenient. You see, President wanted to handle it in a further way. If these are your children, tell them that please you're doing wrong here. This is wrong. Corruption is bad. And he has been saying it.
Yes.
But you see, we have bad-mannered children. You can, like when you have 5 children and you say this is wrong, 2 may decide to go with you. And the other ones will say, what is Muse saying? You're getting? I am sure that among all Ugandans, there are those who reformed because the president said this is wrong. We should get rid of corruption. There are those ones who have reformed because they have heard about
the president's voice.
The president's voice. And there are those ones who have not, because they have never, because they are bad-mannered. So we have now come out to fight the bad-mannered ones.
Pluck out the bad seed.
Yes, we say that, okay, if you didn't listen to the president when he said corruption is bad, let us expose you. We have very many educated Ugandans suffering. Yet other people who are not patriotic are sitting on very serious jobs, eating money, enjoying today. For us, we want to expose them. When they interdict you, we front. Shall say so and so is very patriotic and he can serve in that office. And I want to call all the educated to support us. The elites of this country.
Yes.
Those who have gone to school. Those who think they can fill these positions. Let them support PLU. One fight these corrupt people. So that once we get rid of them, we shall do replacement and the replacements will not be far.
How clean are you as the PLU in as far as corruption is concerned?
For us, you've never seen any of us in corruption related.
Because you have members who have been amongst us. They have been with us in the media, in parliament, in the engineering sector, in medicine, in the hospitals. You have people from all the spheres
We have
of life
now said
where we have corruption. How clean are you as an entity?
Now we have now said we are not going to touch corrupt with gloves.
Even if it's your own.
Yes, even if they're our own. You've never seen others who are our own being tried. Judiciary is doing their work. For us, we want to expose them, we give them to judiciary. Because we don't, you see, we have rule of law in this country. When we get to know, Michael, you today you're corrupt, we expose you, hand over.
Okay.
So it's now the judiciary to conclude and say, go for 5 years, go for 10 years.
But there is talking to the right person. You have been in parliament. How has the IGG's reports annually ranked the judiciary in as far as corruption is concerned, where you hand over?
Can we expose them? We should also expose people at judiciary who are trying to cover the corrupt.
What I'm trying to show you is how spread the cancer is. So what kind of magic are you coming with now about corruption to see that you weed out the whole problem as PLU?
You see, in judiciary, we have identified the case backlog. Do you know they delay? They can give somebody bail and then they keep on delaying. They bring other cases. We have not we have already identified that. But for us, one first say that if somebody is held with corruption-related cases, can you first handle them to the conclusion?
How are you fitting in the politics of this country as PLU?
I believe that when you do good, people reward you. If PLU can fight this disease, this cancer, this rate.
We have the DP, it even has its youth wing, the UID. We have the UPC, we have the NUP, we have the FDC, there is the new PFF, there are all of those guys, the NRM. How are you fitting in? Because what you want to do and the issues that you touch is what they discuss on a daily basis. It is what they run on. Actually, some of you, the members, are political actors, active. How are you fitting in as PLU?
Like I've told you, that for us, we are going to work with all of them as Patriotic League of Uganda. Like I told you, we always receive people from UPC here. We receive ideas. They also have ideas. We receive those from NUP with their own ideas. We tell them, there is one who came here and said, do you know that I've been attacking government for nothing? He comes from Mubende. Said, do you know that I've been just hired to be abusing government every day? But now I've reformed. So for us, we want to work with all of them.
Some of those parties look at you...
encompassing revolution, this one of ours.
Okay. Political players in those groups look at you as a growing political party. Do you have any agenda like that?
Like I've said, when we do good, when we do things that are loved by Ugandans, why don't we transit?
I don't get that, Honorable. Kind of break it down.
Yes, like when we say, like we have identified corruption as one of Uganda's threats to development. When we get rid of corruption, can't we reward those who became the crusaders?
With what? Pay them money? Give them what?
Yes, you see, like I told you, every generation has its own leaders. President Museveni was philosopher of his generation for the last 40 years. What do you think? What plan do you have for transition? We also want another generational leader. We also want another philosopher to think for this other generation.
Okay.
So for us as a PLU, Ugandans will reward the PLU and big.
Do you have a political agenda as PLU?
Yes.
So you are a group that has a political target someday, sometime to come.
But you see, we don't want to politicize everything.
But you're talking about political issues.
We don't want to politicize everything. We want first work for Uganda.
Yes.
When we work for Uganda, we can be rewarded for good job. You're getting?
With the leadership.
And Ugandans will demand for this. They can wake up. You see, Parliament of Uganda transited. You've seen that at the end of everything, it demanded good leadership. Says, you know what? There is this. Even you saw Obos when he came out. He said what? He said he didn't have ambitions. But from nowhere, Ugandans woke up in Parliament, went to his home and said, we want you as our leader. So even me, I believe that when PLU does well, Ugandans will wake up early in the morning and say, please, Chairman, Patriotic League of Uganda, thank you for uniting us. We want you as our leader. And it will be, he will tell us if he can offer himself.
So those
but sometimes you can also see some treats.
So those who look at you as a group with a political agenda are actually right.
Yes.
So how are you driving this as the PLU?
But we are not yet a political party.
You're not yet.
Why don't you wait for that time?
What plans do you have to champion your agenda and drive the patriotic torch all over the country? Yes, you talked of the barazas. I even saw the other day you met some people from up country, and I've also gotten information that you are going to, is it Karamoja?
I will be going to Chengegwa,
exactly.
Then Tororo.
Give us more about those travels and what exactly they target.
Now we are targeting, first of all, we want to create awareness that we are there, and we want to form our structures, our formal structures appointed by our chairman. Okay. Whereby we are going to have 8 people at every village as mainstream. We shall have 8 at parish level. We shall have 8 at sub-county level, 8 at district level, and then 8 at regional level. Okay. Then we shall also have special interest groups. So with the same formation, 8-8. It means in every village we shall be having a total of 24 people in every village.
Okay.
standing in for PLU. So like if we communicate, it becomes a word for Ugandans. So if we have 24 people in every village, and we say, please, we are coming to Chengegwa to fight, to create awareness of government programs and think about fighting corruption that is Uganda's threat.
Yes.
Everybody will hear. We shall tell each of them to mobilize at least 5 people. The whole village will be mobilized. That's why I'm saying, if at one point people appreciate PLU, they will demand. The whole population will wake up and say, please, we want your chairman as our leader. And even you've seen them, for a small sample we have done, people have demanded. Actually, this man is, General Mozi is very, very, very okay in working for UPDF army. But you see, people are demanding.
It is people pushing him.
Yeah, people pushing, saying, no. You're finished doing for army. Please come.
You're talking about helping a generation
Yes.
have leadership. The people you want to help are the young people of today, the youth.
Yes.
They are the most stricken with unemployment, poverty, all these diseases. When they come, they are the first victims, be it COVID, HIV, whatever. Now, as PLU, besides your other targets, how are you helping the young people to have a life, to be that group that can embrace you, like you said?
You would have shortened it. What you're trying to talk about is unemployment.
Not just that, they have a lot of issues. Of course, unemployment being number one.
Okay.
But how are you helping them?
When we expose the corrupt, if we come to, let's say, UBC, and we get to know that Michael is corrupt, and we get rid of you, then we shall get a replacement of Michael. Within the same generation, because Michael, you're within the generation that we are talking about.
Of course, I am one man. You will replace me with one man. In my village where I come from, there are 2,000 village boys who need a job. So taking me alone may not solve the problem. How are you helping those other boys and girls?
What about government programs? You've forgotten that PDM can employ millions of Ugandans. Because if we get rid of the corrupt, it means all these entities, government has, actually all these government programs like Yoga will function, PDM will function, YLP will function. Do you know? If at parish level you're operating at a cost, every parish will be having a capital of 500 million. Is that little money to employ Ugandans if we get rid of corruption? When we talk about this, let me tell you, everybody should participate in these government programs.
Yes.
It is about employment. If you want to talk about employment at village level, you've seen people who have gone to government industrial hubs. This one that the president formed, and they are doing very well. They are doing lumbering. They are doing
Tailoring,
hairdressing.
shoemaking.
Why would you tell me that when such a person gets 1 million, cannot employ himself or herself?
Okay.
Threat is corruption.
So you are going
Get
to
rid
help
of corruption, support government programs, employment will come alone.
You are helping boost government programs.
Yes.
And that way is how you will touch the youth.
That's how we are going to touch the youth. Get rid of corruption for these who went to school and then they can fit to other technical jobs that people have misused. You're getting? As we do that, those ones will stand firm because they will know our ideal of fighting what? Fighting corruption.
Yes.
So if we get somebody who is not corrupt and we place, he will strengthen our agenda of fighting corruption. And at the end of everything, we shall have all government programs run in the line that government wants them to be.
What you want to do as PLU looks something not very simple. Do you have the resources?
We don't need resources first.
No, you need resources.
We have people who afford fuel for the sake of patriotism. We have people who are moving.
Who is funding PLU?
Let me tell you, PLU is funding themselves. It is a group of patriots. Really? It's a group of patriots that have come out to say no to certain things in this country. and they mean it. We are going to traverse all over the whole country saying no. And you will see these people, they will come. Please, if you have time, visit us in Chengego. You will see people from different parts of this country. If it was like we put money, how do we connect? To say that now you should first give somebody in Karamoja some money to come. You also have to give somebody in Teso to come. Maybe let's say somebody in Kiboga to come. No. People here, there is this. Because they are interested in what we are doing, they come.
Political actors think you are running too fast. Be it in the NRM, there are people who look at you, PLU, as a group that is running ahead of the speed that you would be running in all your agenda. What do you think?
For us, we feel we want to get rid of the threat first, because it is killing us.
What threat is that?
Corruption. It needs that speed. It doesn't need gloves. You've seen Balam is a product of PLU.
Yes.
Are you seeing how things are happening? That's how we want to run the country. People say, why do you go to education? Why do you go to... But when he goes to schools, do we identify a gap?
Some people think his method is very nice, but it is telling the world that actually we have a failed system.
Not a failed system.
Yes.
I've been talking about the technical... You see, when you say...
Yes, that is the system. Because if there is a PS down the cow, below the Gombolola chief, and each one of these has a team that they are working with to the grassroots, and it takes a minister to go to the village to run around with a district engineer. What do you say about this system?
That's what I've also been telling you, that we have people who have sat on our government like this to collect. We are saying we want to get rid of them. It's just exposing them. And people who are not appreciating are the same team, the same group of people. That why wouldn't... How can a minister come and do this? It's because you've not been doing. You just sat there. They have put you in that office to collect, pick, go home, develop yourself, you as you. People are dying.
That is the technical line, but even politically, some political actors think you're running too fast. Do you remember when we got the Right Honorable Speaker, current? Yeah, some people say, hey, PLU, they're running too fast. Actually, they are overshadowing the national resistance movement. What do you think about what those political actors think about you as PLU? That you're running too fast?
Yeah,
No.
yes, it is.
Actually, let me use the very word. We have historicals here. They don't consult them, underlooking them.
Okay, what are historicals saying about corruption? What are they saying? That's why we are saying you can be, yes, you may have helped us, you've done a lot, but then how do we maintain what you worked for? People sacrificed lives. They went to the bush for 5 years.
Yes.
Should that be taken?
They feel like you are underlooking them.
We are not underlooking, because we have seen now what may take us back to the bush. And we are saying we can stop it before it reaches that time. Do you think if people continue stealing money, at one time they will steal everything? And Uganda will go back to what was there. We are now saying we cannot afford to take Uganda back to what it was.
Honorable, are you agreeing that you will not listen to them, you will not involve them? Don't you need their ideas as you champion?
But we have very many of them. We have very many of them behind us.
Okay.
Say, please, thank you very much. You're doing very well. We have them. Those ones who are against us are those ones who are against this country and are enemies of development.
Now, there are those who are blaming you of pushing the CDF to try politics when he's still in uniform. What do you think?
But
you people who are pushing him, they are blaming you.
The other power now. I take you back to the other power.
Actually, it is you who told me that it is people asking him. Now they are blaming you guys.
But now CDF has no problem. If the other power, that's why I was telling you.
Why are you guys tempting him to try?
Because we have the power.
And you are abusing it then.
No, we have power as citizens of this country. That's why I told you that when they vote, they are right. They don't end at the vote. They vote and then later they think about what is next. So that the ones demanding, don't blame him. Everybody who meets him wants to ask him, please, can you offer yourself for Uganda? And I want to tell you, we need him.
Actually, they even complain about him heading your entity.
But you see, do you want to say when you become CDF of this country, you cease to be a citizen of this country?
Of course not.
So when he says he has formed Patriotic League of Uganda, a
Which
non-partisan,
you say,
a non-partisan, eh?
yes,
a civic organization that wants to cover a gap. Like what you...
but whose Secretary General says it has desires to take the political leadership of the country.
No,
Yes.
you asked me. Do you have... I've told you that they will appreciate where you've done right. And the other power, Article 1,
Yes.
who is demanding these people? Who is demanding the CDF to take over the country? Eh? You see, you can't, you will never, even if you say what, you will never stop the rights of Ugandans.
That is true.
And they will continue demanding. And I think it's going to be worst.
What is going to be worse?
Very soon, it's going to be worst. You may find him being held by Ugandans and say, please, we want you out of uniform today. Do you believe Ugandans can install any leader they want?
Honorable, we have just had an election and the government has been installed. Actually, we are part of that government as an MP. Are you talking about 2031? What are you exactly saying?
You see,
yes.
Do we believe in Article 1?
Yes.
But the same people can wake up and say, we want you. What will you do? You're a Ugandan.
Those people...
So you're talking...
Honorable, I want us to be very clear. That article says they will exercise that right during regular elections, which we know is after every 5 years.
So does it specify that?
Actually, that does not say.
Does it specify that after participating in election, it will end there?
They can't push.
Do you even know that
they cannot push Michael Fadil or Kamukama to be leader?
But
you be our councillor?
No, but do you even know that they can, citizens of your village can wake up and say, we don't want you as LC1 chairperson, and they can petition, and the laws, the constitution will protect them. So I want to tell you,
to censure me as chairman.
As chairman,
that I agree totally.
You agree? So even that's why I'm telling you that these citizens,
yes,
can wake up early in the morning and say we want so and so. So when that time reaches, don't blame CDF, because he's being pushed by Ugandans. There are Ugandans demanding.
So the push may become too much.
No, you go and read. When he does something, you see how many supporters he has. You can go on Twitter and you can read all the comments. See how many people say, please go out of uniform. We want you here.
As the General Secretary PLU, are you worried about that kind of if it is to happen? What do you think about it?
I can't get worried. I want, you see, because we admire Uganda, we want Uganda with free corruption, and he has showed us that he's an anti-corruption crusader.
Yes.
He can lead us.
Like, I'm talking about that moment of people pushing and saying, if we find you anywhere, we are going to stone you if you don't.
Yes, I'm worried.
Are you worried about that time?
Yes, because that Ugandans are going to demand, and it's going to be like that.
Would you want it to happen anyway?
To even an extent that I feel, if he says no, it can even be handled in a different way as, you know, citizens. So I think he will offer himself. I call upon him to cooperate with Ugandans. If they are demanding for him, he should say, okay, since you have said as Ugandans, he shouldn't say no. If he says no, I think Ugandans can even finish him.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
What will be your message to Ugandans as we wind up?
Please let them support Patriotic League of Uganda, the agendas we have. We want to work together. We want to unite our country. We want to make sure the peace we enjoyed at the time of, in this time that President Museveni has, the peace President Museveni has ushered in our country, we want to make sure we maintain it and even grow more bigger. We want to make sure we want to have that country that is free from corruption. We want to be in that country where jobs are not a problem. We want be socio-economic transformation. President always talks about. We want money economy. We want an economy where everybody in this country accesses money.
Yes.
Like I've told you, everybody in this country accesses food. We also want access money the same way.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
His name is the Honorable Fadil Twaha. He's the Member of Parliament representing Tigay County, that is in Kapchora, Sebei Sub-Region. He is also the General Secretary of the Patriotic League of Uganda. My name is Michael Jordan Lukomwa with Davis Kamukam and the whole team. Wish you the best of the evening. Bye-bye.